and we're just not being clear in our expectations or even our intent, which causes miscommunication, project delays. I mean, if you look at it, I forget some of the statistics, but it's something like $31 billion in US annually that's contributed to miscommunication alone.
Yeah, in the construction sector,
Yes.
it comes out to just about $400,000 for your average company. If you have a construction company with less than 100 employees, communication breakdowns is costing you right around $400,000 a year.
That can be debilitating. I mean, think
Mhm.
that's huge. That can ruin a business.
Yeah, and I think why we're throwing some statistics out there, since I know a few of these in the communication
One or
aspect.
two, right?
One of the amazing things is that 30% of construction projects end in a dispute. That's all linked back to communication.
And imagine if we had just taken the time to invest in understanding that perspective, maybe that communication loop, completing it. Did I truly understand what the outcome needed to be? Maybe that follow-up piece. We're all good about talking and viewing or expressing our points, not the greatest at getting that follow-up or that feedback to make
Mhm.
sure you understood what I was explaining. And it doesn't have to be derogatory. It's just a conversation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think you brought up a key point earlier when you said jogging. I'll tell you, one of the things that I had to really invest in cleaning up was the use of jargon, not just from like a personal perspective, but from a division or say like a sales, service, production, a point, like all these different places had their own different jargon that the customer didn't understand. But what was even worse is no one else in the damn company understood any of it either. Like we all created all this jargon that no one knew except for the person that was speaking it.
Oh yeah, and we see it for some of my larger clients. I'm working with a construction company, or not a construction company, a transportation company now, and they have over 150 locations throughout the US. You don't realize how big the US is until you start trying to make some kind of training routine for different people in different regions. I can say something as simple as a reefer trailer on the East Coast, but that means something completely different when you're looking in California or spotting a trailer. The same thing in the construction industry. What's the criteria that we're going to be looking at?
Yeah, and it's about centralizing that for your company, or just creating a, like, this is how we do it, this is what it is. Like when you speak about this specific thing, this is what it means at the company. No matter what branch, no matter what division you're in, like that's just how you have to do it.
Yes, sir.
And then educate your customer on that. Like that's the sales cycle, is their job is to educate the homeowner on everything they're going to hear and everything that's going to happen afterwards.